Greetings, I'm Eddie Irvine. I'm standing in front of Maples Pavilion, where the men's and women's varsity basketball teams come to compete and practice. In 2002, it was here that sleep researcher Sherry Ma conducted a study investigating the effects of sleep extension on athletic performance. Using 11 participants from the men's basketball team, each was required to obtain at least 10 hours of sleep for a 5 to 7 week period. At the end of the sleep extension period, players reported an increase in sprint speed as well as shooting percentage, improving their free throw and three-point percentages by 9%. In addition to these improvements, players reported an overall better physical and mental well-being. From the results of her study, Sherry Ma concluded that sleep does in fact play a significant role in athletic performance. She insists that performance can be optimized by identifying and maximizing the benefits of sleep. Why is it that despite occurring over a decade ago, the message of this study still has not become a part of the common philosophy of college athletes? Why do Stanford student athletes continue to sleep deprive themselves? I'm Eddie Irvine, and this is Sleep Detective. I've been contacted by the men's club soccer coach here at Stanford University, Imon Mohanta, concerning a player who he believes has not been getting enough sleep. His name is Fabre. I believe he's out there right now. He was recruited straight from France, so he might be a little jet lagged. I'm not sure what the problem is, but whatever it is, we're getting to the bottom of it here on Sleep Detective. Why do you think I brought you here today?
I don't know.
How many hours of sleep do you usually get a night?
Vers 5 heures.
I'll ask you again. Why do you think I brought you here today?
Bon, c'est peut-être que bon, je dors pas assez.
Well, if you don't get more sleep, what would you say the primary reason is?
C'est parce que j'ai trop de devoirs. Voilà, je joue au FIFA. Il y a mon roommate qui fait trop de bruit quand je dors.
So do you think this lack of sleep is affecting your play?
Non, je pense pas que ça affecte négativement mon jeu. Je trouve que ne pas dormir, ça change rien.
Let me show you some clips of what your teammates are saying about you. So how's Fabre been playing lately?
You know, usually Fabre is one of the most technically sound players out here, but lately he just seemed really sluggish, like he's not in his game. It's almost as if he's like half asleep.
So Frenchie's usually slow, but like not that slow. I don't know what's wrong with him. It's like he's a step behind. He's distracted constantly. It's weird.
You know, I don't know what's going on with him, but he seems a step slower. His decision making is a little off, and he's not as vocal. Something's going on. So I called Eddie out here, and we're gonna get to the bottom of this.
Interesting. What do you think the problem is?
I don't know. Maybe he's just up partying late. I mean, we really try to keep a good eye on him, but lately it's just been kind of bad.
No idea. I mean, like school's busy. I don't know, girlfriend. No, definitely not that. Just kidding.
He just looks a little lethargic. I would say that, you know, maybe it's his diet, maybe he's hanging out with girls a little too much, or maybe it's sleep, but we'll find out one way or another.
What is your reaction to the comments made by your teammates?
C'est pas vrai, hein, c'est pas gentil, c'est pas la vérité. Moi je trouve que c'est pas respectueux de dire ça. Je trouve que mon jeu il a pas changé et que c'est vraiment pas gentil de leur part.
Don't you care about the respect of your teammates?
Non, enfin, si quand même, mais bon, s'ils disent ça sur moi, je sais pas s'ils ont le droit d'avoir mon respect.
Let's try to gain that respect. Do you know what the triumvirate of health is?
Non.
The triumvirate of health are the three major things you need to have a healthy lifestyle. Those are nutrition, exercise, and most importantly, in your case, sleep hygiene. So, I have a proposition for you. I want you to spend at least 9 hours in bed a night for at least 6 weeks and see how that affects your athletic performance. Can you do that?
Oui, je peux essayer, oui.
I'm going to help you out, but I need you to work with me.
Bah, j'aurais du mal, mais bon, je vais essayer.
Okay, we can do this. Alright, it's week 2 of the sleep extension period. It's 3 a.m. Let's go check up on Fabre. Fabre, what are you doing?
I don't know.
It's 3 a.m. You're supposed to be getting 9 hours of sleep a night. And you've got a game next week. What are you doing? I gave you one task, to sleep, and you can't do it. Come on. Come on. I'm just disappointed. I am very disappointed. So we know Eric Fabre has problems with bad sleep hygiene. Let's see what some other athletes think about sleep. So how many hours of sleep do you usually get a night?
I'd say I probably get around 7 to 7.5 hours of sleep.
8.5 to 9, and then I'll take naps probably 3 times a week.
Usually I try and go for like 7 to 8, and realistically obviously I'd like 9, but like usually I get 7 to 8 hours a night.
Okay, and does this change the night before a game?
Yeah, I'm not playing right now, but in the past, usually when I have a game the next day, I try to get a little bit more sleep, try to go to bed, get into bed earlier.
I try to get more sleep the night before I race, but that doesn't always happen just because I don't know, sometimes I get nervous, so I have a hard time falling asleep.
And if you don't get more sleep, what would you say the primary reason is? Like homework or partying or?
I would say probably anxiousness, just not being able to fall asleep.
Internet surfing is like a big culprit of why I don't get enough sleep.
So the first time we checked up on Fabre, he wasn't doing what he was supposed to do. He was staying up late playing FIFA, but now he's got a big game coming up next week. So let's go see what he's doing. Alright, it's 10 o'clock at night. Let's see if he's sleeping. But stay quiet. Good. Looks like he is. He'll be ready for his game. Good job, Fabre. Do your coaches and or teammates stress sleeping well on a regular basis?
My coach does. My teammates not as much because I think they kind of deal with the same things, but my coach definitely stresses getting a lot of sleep.
I wouldn't say on a regular basis. I'd say they'll mention it before a game, but definitely not on a regular basis.
And do you know any stories, like personally or of other people, that where lack of sleep has affected their in-game performance?
I haven't ever really talked to other people about it, but I know in high school I had a lot of issues with that in terms of just like falling asleep before big races. I remember I had a few races where I just couldn't sleep, and so I was just really tired the next day, and I obviously didn't run as well.
I've had a couple times when I haven't been able to fall asleep, just maybe it was out too late the night before, and you definitely don't feel as good the next day, not as fresh, you don't feel all the way there mentally either.
Yeah, like a couple days ago, I went to bed at 5 a.m. for no reason at all. I just randomly went to bed. My roommate Danny could attest to that. And literally the rest of the next day, it was napping until practice, to have enough energy to practice. And I made it through it well, but like still feeling the side effects of going to bed so late in the morning for a reason that wasn't really worth it.
And do you know what the triumvirate of health is?
No, I've never heard of that.
It's basically the 3 things you need to live like a healthy life. So the triumvirate consists of nutrition, good exercise, and proper sleep hygiene. So if you had to like order those in terms of importance to you, how would you do that?
I would say number 1 is exercise, 2, sleep, and 3, nutrition.
I guess nutrition would be the first one, and then I guess as an athlete, I would say exercise and then sleep.
And sleep, it's just probably number 3, but I still do try and keep good track of that as well. Just the fact that it's the hardest to keep track of, the thing that kind of can waver the most, in my opinion.
So it's been 2 weeks. That's the end of your sleep extension period. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I feel much more well rested. I feel like really my game's been improving, and I've learned speak English great now. I feel like it's really helped me these last 2 weeks. A lot of sleep. Definitely can reap the rewards of that.
That's awesome. What else have you learned?
I find that the more I sleep, the better I feel. Helps me with my friends. The way I act around them. Helps me stay more focused with school, and I feel better physically when I play soccer.
Great. So we've helped in life with another subject. Another job well done by a sleep detective.
Drowsiness is red alert. Let's go!